So, it's yours truly, DJ your boy,
Flavia Johnson.
and you are at the Cinco de Mayo episode of Happy Hour.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, buddy, drinking my Corona. You know
Drinking
what I'm saying?
my tequila shots.
Tequila.
It's gonna be my last one though.
Throw the lime in it. You feel me? Yeah. So, so I had to throw this out here before we get started today.
What?
Facebook was on fire today. Man, they were. So not they. A singular person was kind of going insane on the councilman today.
I mean, it's a freedom of speech.
Of course, she can say whatever she pleases, and that is okay. I applaud anyone for doing that.
Right. So how did that work out?
It didn't work out well.
On her part or his part?
Not for her.
Are you serious? Because she was speaking her mind, people went off on her. Why? It's freedom of speech. She was just speaking her mind.
Let me tell you how it went down today.
Please do, because I don't think you know about
No.
it. She don't know about it, so go ahead, tell her.
I'm not going to mention the names
Don't
of
mention any
the
names.
person in question.
Correct.
Because I don't know her.
Mhm.
She's probably a very good person. She obviously is a very caring person and cares for her kids and the daycare that her kids go to.
Is she? Because she was cursing on there.
Yeah, she was laying out some you know,
She was cursing, so I
some
don't know how
verbal hitters.
professional.
Did you read it?
I did read it, so I don't know how professional that could be.
I don't know about professional. I'm just gonna say she's passionate.
Okay.
We'll go with that.
Mm.
You know, a few weeks ago, she actually hit me up and asked about him. She's like, I booked him for a read or whatever with the kids, and I just wanted to know, like, is he a good dude? I was like, yeah, he read to the kids over at my job, blase. The kids loved him. It was a great time, all this, that, and the third. And she was like, okay, cool. She was excited about it. So today, well, first I saw like where everybody was sort of responding after the fact, like a different post, and then finally the post popped up on my timeline, and apparently what happened was she scheduled him to come, talked to him earlier, and he was like, yes, I'm still coming. I'm just having some issues, short staffed at at my place of business.
Which is true.
And she was like, okay, do I need to reschedule? This is her story. Do I need to reschedule it? He was like, no, I'll make it. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't able to make it.
Mm-hmm.
So it infuriated her so much that she took it to the streets of Facebook and went insane.
Which is never a good idea.
Exactly.
Because once you put something online,
yes.
even if you delete it,
Yep.
about 10 people probably already screenshot it,
Yep.
and it's there forever.
Man, let me tell you. So she went in, and then the whole community clapped back. Like, whew. First, he responded. He was like, as I mentioned before, it's very hard for me to get employees right now, as it is for every other business. He's part owner of a coffee shop, and he just opened a smoothie shop too. So, trying to get the employees for all that, which is understandable. He said, and
Right.
I'm sorry that I missed it. I hate that I disappointed you, this, that, and the third. If we can reschedule, I'll call tomorrow and we can reschedule it. Or if you don't want to reschedule it, then, I'll send you a gift basket. I apologize for how I take full responsibility. That was his words.
Well, was it his responsibility or was it his staff's responsibility? Because I'm pretty sure he don't sit there and have to answer his phone all the time. It's not his fault.
I mean, he said he was going to do it and didn't do it, so that's on him. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know.
The ball got dropped somewhere between him and his staff.
Nah, I think that was on him. That was on him. But the thing is that even though it was a mistake, you know what I'm saying, that was made here, does it really, if he wasn't a councilman,
would
they really care that much? Yeah. Like,
would you went on Facebook and been like, oh my God, look at what this average person done did? And
yeah. Like,
it's Facebook, so yeah.
You would have called them and said that to them instead of putting it on social media.
Right.
I don't know. Some people that's not even.
So every time you and your friends have a disagreement, you go on Facebook and just blast them over that shit?
No.
Like,
but that certain group right there is not for that, but she did that for that, like,
But to me,
It's social
it
media. It's
makes
gonna be on blast anyway.
you look bad from a professional standpoint. It makes you look bad. Yeah, he didn't show up, but you could have called him and be like, "Hey, the kids were upset that you didn't show up to read to them." Yada yada
He
yada.
could have called instead of apologizing on Facebook. Like,
But she blasted him on
She blasted
Facebook.
on Facebook,
So he went to where she
he
blasted him.
responded where he got
I
blasted
don't
up.
think he should have responded.
Like if she would have left him a message on the phone, blasted him, he probably would just
This
called
is
her.
what I know. I could never be. This is why I could never run for office.
Because people are gonna be upset about
They're gonna
something.
do-
I'm already an asshole in real life. Let's get that out the way.
Well, hey, that makes one qualification for being a politician.
Maybe.
Qualified.
But two, I definitely ain't having the bearing that he had. Not after getting dragged like that. Like, you gonna put my name through the mud like that? Oh, no.
Well, you would have been
So-
one term because you would have been up there cussing out everybody.
Pretty much.
Man, I would have been fucking snapping. Like, it ain't, if you wasn't a politician, you ain't gonna apologize so gracefully. Like, come on now. So, yeah, it ain't going down like that. I just couldn't be, like, here's the thing. I do a lot of shit. I have a day job. I have a mechanic, DJ, flight
Yeah, a
school.
lot of stuff going on, yeah.
I fall short every day of the week. I have, like, maybe I get late on a car and I run behind and it makes me late for every other appointment that day, which it affects people. People set appointments because this is when they're available. They're not available all day, otherwise they'd say that. You know what I'm saying? I may accidentally play a dirty song when the music's supposed to stay clean every blue moon. Doesn't always happen, but mistakes happen. You know what I'm saying? Never did somebody go online, has someone gone online and drag my ass like that. He wasn't able to read to a group of kids that don't even know who he is. Like, these are little kids.
Again, it's because he's a public figure,
Yes,
and
that's why it was like that, because he's a public figure.
Like, when he read to my kids, they were middle and high school. They still didn't really know who he was. Did you know city councilman when you was in middle and high school? I ain't either. The only reason I knew one of the school board members because he was in our play. That was it. And now, how he got in the play, that's a completely different story, though.
Oh, please tell that story.
Man,
Tell it.
one of the parents snapped on his ass, and he felt so like, he was so shook over that he went and auditioned for every play after that. He was like, you ain't just gonna put me out like that. And hey, given after he did that show that he cared, the parent came back and apologized publicly and everything about it. She was a real trooper about that shit.
But
So-
you have to do that though to get him. See what you got to do to get somebody to do what you asked them to do.
I get it, but people would call me all day and night, no matter what day of the week it is, and expect me to come out and work on their car or do something and all of that. And I'm not a public figure, at least not in that capacity. So imagine what happens. I'm always hearing complaints where people complain about him in that way, and he has way more responsibility than I do. When he was the city council president, he was like in control of the budget and all of that. This is all public knowledge. You know what I'm saying? He was in control of the city budget. How you think all these roads got fixed on the north side?
and it's obvious that he's not over it anymore because we got potholes all over the place.
Yeah, we got a new president now.
Yeah.
When they took Will Culver out, the new dude that came in, I don't like that dude. And I didn't like him the first time he ran, and Devin Keith beat his ass in the first election. But that's a whole nother topic. Anyways, who pulling first today?
Whitney, you want to pull first?
Yeah, we're gonna make this quick and stuff because that took a little bit of time.
You the one who brought it up.
He brought it up. I did not. He brought it
I
up.
brought it up this
Yeah,
time.
thank you.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for my apology. See,
I'll
that's
think
what's
about
wrong
it.
with y'all black folks.
right.
Whitney.
That's what's wrong with y'all black folks. Y'all got too much pride and shit. Y'all don't want to apologize for nothing. That's
Do
what's
you-
wrong with y'all.
There comes her person. Does she apologize for the stuff she does?
What I need to apologize for?
Never heard it like
Okay.
exactly. That's the attitude.
Anyway, let me get to this. Is there a double standards when it comes to aging?
Absolutely.
Okay, explain, please. What are you talking about?
For example, a woman that's like in her 50s will be seen as you know. Okay, a man.
Okay.
A man in his 50s, like a man can age, and people be like, "Ooh, he looks so distinguished, and he looks so good,"
I've
and
seen him
you know,
fine.
he'll be dating 20 and 30-year-olds.
Yeah.
But then if the roles were reversed, people are like, "That lady's too old to be dating that guy," or "Ooh, she got so much work done, she using all those filters." You know what I'm talking about?
I did see a show like that where
Oh, are
I
you
mean,
talking about Stream Cougars?
In a way, though,
no.
women do get a lot more work done than men get done.
Well, now a lot of men are getting work done.
Yep.
Yeah.
'Cause
I,
the ones
I
that's
ain't
like,
riding with that.
Their
either.
hairlines going back like that. I'm seeing them getting them fake
I ain't gonna lie to you. When I saw that it was getting trendy for dudes to cut their locks and then sew their locks back in their head,
that's stupid.
I was like,
What?
That's
I've
just
never-
fake as shit.
I
And like they're justifying it by saying, "But it's my hair." I get
Because
it.
you know, there's
But-
guys getting liposuction now in their midsections, and of course fillers in their faces and stuff like that.
well,
I'm just gonna be ugly and okay with it. I'm just gonna be like that. But I mean, when it comes to the Asian though,
do you see what she's saying though? Like,
there is a sort of a double standard there. Like you did say about relationships and stuff, there is sort of a double standard there. But I don't know. It just sort of depends. Because when you're rich, no one cares at all. Because we could talk about your girl. What's her name? You talk about her a few times. That's like the 20-year-old. She's like 60 or 70.
who are we talking about?
It ain't Cher, is it?
No,
what?
Cher's 70. Jennifer Lopez, she's what? She be
She
dating no
looks
24.
nice. She looks good.
A lot of that is filtering though.
I mean, but even back in the day, like look at it this way. Let's go younger. Let's go,
Leonardo
like,
DiCaprio, he be dating those youngsters, but he doesn't look good.
he in the
anymore.
40s, huh?
Yeah, he's like 45, 46. He be dating like
He that
21-year-olds. Yeah, he was wearing like 75.
Dang.
Yeah, he be dating like 25, 22-year-olds. You know, once they hit that, once they hit that hump of like 26, he dumps them.
I'm 31 and I
so
did
messed
25.
Yeah.
It's like a red flag for me. Excuse me.
Wouldn't date a 25-year-old.
Under 25.
Oh,
Can't get caught in public with nobody under 25.
so no 24-year-old.
I tried it. That did not end well. Repeatedly didn't end well. Like, I kept retrying. Yeah. Anyways. Nah. But, like I remember growing up, you know, you would look at, like, let's say, even like Chris Brown, you hear the songs and stuff, Mario, we talk about, you know, you older than me, but, you know, what's up? I got game like a grown man. Let's do this. Da 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 da. Nah, that old girl had said some shit like that. She would have been every hoe in the book. Like, she wouldn't have been able to get
When
around
I'm on
with
a
that.
sugar daddy.
Yeah,
So people are
like,
she's about sugar daddy.
I know I'm young, but I da 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 da. They would have looked at her like, "You slept, puppy. You cannot say that. Don't ever do that again. Close your legs. Da 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 da." But the dude turns around that young, he's getting a older woman, then all of a sudden he a player, he got game, he da da da. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that go on with that. It's a lot that go on with that. It's a lot that has to be undone with it.
I don't know about the age difference. I think I've seen some nice looking 70-year-olds.
Even when like you got those cases where teachers ended up being predatory to the kids.
Yeah.
When it's the dude, he's a lucky dude. When it's a girl, she's a victim.
True story.
Well, in some of those cases, like with that, I feel like the male teachers end up doing longer than the female teachers, especially if the female teacher is attractive and like if she's like under 25, and then they're like, oh, look at her.
Give her 2 years.
Yeah, that joint is crazy.
But if it's a guy, he get like 30-something years, right?
Well, he'll get about
He ain't
10,
getting that
15.
much.
No.
Yeah, he'll get some years.
Yeah,
for
he'll
it.
get about 10, 15.
He'll get his ass whooped a few times in jail or something.
I
Should be
think,
crazy.
yeah.
Does this play a part of like you think it play a part of like dressing wise too? Like if he's like older, it's like you shouldn't dress like you're in your 20s. You should dress.
Well, see, I feel like a lot of men that are like in their 50s and 60s and 70s, a lot of them don't be trying to dress like 20-year-old guys. Now, women, on the other hand, there's some women out here in their 60s up here walking around some Daisy Dukes and crop top trying to dress like they're 19 years old. But
Now I know a few over 50 that still bad in that shit, boy. I be,
See?
you know what I
Right,
mean?
like,
Holla at your
see,
boy.
okay.
Hey, I can cook too, my girl. What's up? What's
Oh my
up?
Gosh, Robert.
Yeah, I be on that.
Mhm.
But
But the ones that be like in their 40s and stuff still be like wearing like
40 ain't bad.
I wouldn't say
dog.
40.
it's not old, but it's like why are you still dressing like
You dressed the
I
way
mean, you
months
shouldn't
ago.
be dressing like you going to Freaknik at 40.
Yeah.
But shit, you can still, you know what I'm saying, show the girls.
Don't
Throw the
be wearing-
girls out a little bit.
Yeah, don't be wearing something you would have worn at 16.
Well, no. 40, when they was 16, is a different time. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? No, if you're 40, don't, yeah. Well,
I
not
would say what
really.
a 16-year-old will wear now. You know
Well,
what I'm
no,
saying?
because
But you
40,
can still
no.
show a little under booty meat at 40.
But no, here's the thing, though, because you have to let's put this in perspective.
Mhm.
People that are 40 now were born in 1981. They were all in high school in the 90s, because I'm getting towards that hump.
If they
So-
survive the crack, they can show a little crack.
No, Robert.
Because everyone did, yeah, because you were born in 81, yeah, so you were in high school in like 96, 97, 98-ish. Because everything
good
did,
times.
yeah,
Whoa, you know what's going on then? Of course you do. Let me remind you. TLC,
yes, everything-
SWV,
yes,
them some gangsta ass chicks.
yeah.
They was all about Adina Howard too.
Yeah.
Freak like me. Come
Yeah,
on
we were
now.
singing that song when I was 12, and now you'd like, an adult, you're like, I should have been singing that. Yeah, because that when it came out when I was
You
12.
hoochie.
I know,
You
we
hoochie.
used to sing that at school. And we would be a choir singing that song. We'd be singing that and some SWV. Up there singing some Velvet DeVoe. We'd be singing all kinds of stuff like that in choir. And looking back, I'm like, I probably should have been singing that at 12.
Wait, in choir? Like it was part of class?
No.
Yeah. No, like when the teacher wasn't in there, we'd be sitting up in there
Oh, I
singing.
thought you were saying like it was part of the
I knew what you was talking about.
part
Yeah.
of the concert or something.
No. Parents would have done been flipping out if someone sing some freak like me in the choir.
My kid.
Say, where you go to school at? I need to see some video.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, who's next?
In closing, age well and dress how you want.
But see, I was thinking though too, all these women that get all these plastic surgery to their faces. You can tell.
Shit don't do right for you.
You can look at them. Let's use a good example.
White folks don't get that.
I mean,
yes, we do.
no. Here's the thing:
No, we
black
don't.
women
Yes,
get
they
fillers
do.
and stuff. Ours do not look as bad as white women's because a black woman can get it and you'll notice it a little bit. You won't really, you won't even notice it. But white women, they'll get it two, 3, 4 times, and then it start looking bad.
Everything looks worse when white people do it.
I mean,
and that's not even like a race sort of thing. It's just the skin. Like
Yeah.
the darker the woman, the less blemishes there are. Darker the person, the less blemishes you'll find. Because
yeah.
it's just covered up.
think about it this way: a lot of those people in Hollywood have had fillers in their faces.
Like who?
A lot of those actresses, most
Thing
of them
is,
have.
if you ain't gonna keep that up,
Yes.
You think Jada Pinkett?
Duh.
Oh God.
I mean, her mama definitely done got it.
really?
Jada
Mama
Pinkett
look
Mama.
good.
Jada Pinkett mama so fine.
Yeah, I mean, they probably, you can tell she's got a little bit like here and there.
Oh, that's a
just 'cause-
panther out. Oh,
Okay,
let's get off of
bring
that.
it
Next
back
topic.
in.
That's just good
Please.
genetics, though, too. Like, they're just very
That's
fortunate
what
to
I
have
say.
good
I don't think
genetics.
she's ever had. I don't think she needed.
I'm gonna have to go look at her.
I don't think Jada Pinkett ever.
I mean,
had
I think
either.
no, I think they've had probably just like once. They're not going overboard like some of those people that you look at and you're like, oh. But again, it's good.
I wouldn't know how to know. Anyways, they fine.
Well, we get it. Robert, we already know. Robert
know
said that he was
Robert.
locked in a room with her mama or her. He was just saying, yeah.
Bet I fold.
Oh my gosh.
You ain't know
With the
this.
mama and the daughter? Oh my gosh.
We've had this discussion before. He went like this.
Robert's
Is what he did.
Oh my god. Okay. Moving right along, please. From Robert's fantasies.
Why is teaching different now versus back in the 80s? I'm assuming this is different. It's just a diff.
Yeah. Teaching is different because you're bringing in these young teachers who's probably in their 20s, maybe 25 or something like that, teaching these kids at a college level. What happened to the old hags that we used to have?
Teacher at a college level. What you talking
I'm
about?
saying, like, okay, my son, he be having homework every freaking night, right?
Same way we did.
I don't remember that much much homework. Y'all remember that much homework? I don't remember that much homework. Every night?
Yes.
Every
Yes.
day. I don't remember. I can't remember. Anyway, the point is, I feel like my teachers wasn't as hard as my son's teacher is right now. With
What
these
classes were you in?
What the fuck that's supposed to? I was in regular. Don't do that, right?
Which bus did you take to school?
I took a long bus. Not too long. I see what you get at. I see what you get at. No, anyway, okay, from the nerdy guy in band class. Anyway, I feel like some of these teachers are coming straight out of college and teaching these kids at college levels. That's why they have to research.
No,
I have never seen a teacher.
They're not teaching college level stuff.
They're no.
They are these
The only-
teachers are very hard on these
The only
kids.
time they start teaching college level is you're in AP classes in high school. Like, yeah, that's the only time it gets close to college level or in the college level. Other than that, no, it's regular stuff.
Are you talking about the teachers being 25 teaching kids?
Yeah.
Yeah,
In
they
college,
young
I
and
mean,
teaching kids.
they'll teach. I
But
mean,
they're still like
a grad student
how
will
they're
teach college
teaching
kids.
is probably like college level. Like, why are you these kids? Why are they doing essay papers already in 5th grade?
We did essays, and I explained to her, we did essays in 5th grade. They were just simple, basic
Yeah,
book reports.
3
and stuff.
paragraphs.
Yeah,
3 to 5 sentences a paragraph. That was an essay.
yeah.
I don't know.
And
Well,
then when
I
you got
did.
to 6th grade and 7th grade, it went from 3 paragraphs to 5 paragraphs.
Yes.
That's true. Now I do remember.
And it went from 1 page to 3.
When I was in the 12th grade, my Mr. Bellis, had us do, how many pages was that paper?
12.
No, it wasn't that much. It was pretty close. I feel like it was a 10-page front and back.
Yeah.
Single
Front and
space.
back.
It wasn't that much. I'm just going to say 5 because I don't remember.
Probably like 7.
But when you're talking single space, unlined paper, front and back, was the reports we had to do. Like,
This was what grade?
that was 11th and 12th grade. Regular government. Government's easy everywhere, except for Butler High School for some reason. It was insane. The state actually gave him a letter, told him he had to lower his curriculum because too many kids was failing.
Oh wow. See,
This
she was
was-
probably teaching at college level.
This was when I was in high school. Now, mind you, when I got to the Air Force, guess what practices taught me how to study? His class. He was the only class who actually prepared me for college because the way he did his assignments made you prepared. So by the time you got to college, you knew how to study. You knew how to take notes. You knew how to do outlines. I always hated outlines. Now I went to college, I'm like, this is the easiest way to study. Oh,
Right,
damn,
right,
all I gotta
right.
do is put in the highlights right here in the what you call, and I'm good.
Uh-huh.
I've been doing them in every history class, but the way he did it changed the game.
Okay.
But college, ain't no college going on.
Okay.
Especially not no 5th grade. Yeah, you do essays in the 5th grade. We also couldn't read in the 1st and 2nd grade. Or wasn't reading until the 1st and 2nd grade. They reading in kindergarten now.
Yeah.
They know their alphabet. They writing their names. They know how to teach better.
Some of these kids are bilingual and trilingual.
Boom.
I mean,
Already.
My son was bilingual by accident, only because I set him in front of the TV and he was watching a learning channel, which was Spanish, and then he started talking, and I didn't understand what he was saying, so I was like, "Oh no, we have to change this because I don't know what he was saying."
So you're hindering your child's education.
But no, I just no. Is that what happened? Because he was like talking to me in Spanish. I was like,
you do realize pretty much almost every other country in the world knows 2 languages. Most Americans only know 1.
which is
Some people know Spanish, no, and
You
most
don't know
other
what language most Americans know?
no. I think it's
no,
just
in most
Spanish,
other
right?
in most other countries, everyone knows their native language, their country's language, and then they know English. Most
Yeah.
of them.
I mean, I feel like we should know. I feel like we should know at least 3, which is Spanish and
Probably French. Because if you're talking about neighboring countries, you want to know the
Canada,
neighboring
yeah.
countries the most. I would say Spanish and French.
I would say Spanish and Korean, Japanese or something. What you
Whatever
think?
floats your boat.
Chinese.
Chinese and Spanish. Spanish is always being there, but you get paid more if you bilingual.
Depend on the job.
Do you think that they should teach kids how to manage their money in school?
High school, yeah.
They used to.
They should.
I know how to write I a check from school.
Right.
I think that was elementary school when they taught me.
You lie.
Right after they taught cursive.
They're bringing that back. Which they did take that away, but they're bringing it back.
Here's a question: did y'all still have home ec when you were in high school? No.
Not in high school. We did it in middle school.
Why did we have home ec?
We had
That was
home ec.
stupid. I didn't understand.
It learns you,
You didn't
teaches you
understand
life
home
skills.
economics?
It teaches you life skills.
It was literally the point of the whole class.
Yes,
life
because
skills.
because really when you think about it, a lot of people learn how to write checks, balance, do budgets, sew, cook.
I didn't need to learn none of
Iron.
that. I didn't need to.
In some cases, you learn how to change tires. I mean, pretty much it was teaching you life skills. Because what do you do today, Winnie? You got to learn how to budget your money. You got to cook your meals.
All little fake ass babies y'all had to carry around and shit.
Oh, I didn't have to do that. My friend had one
I
though.
didn't do that.
Yeah, I ain't do that.
Was they mechanical? We were in
Little
school.
mechanical
Yeah, we
babies.
had the ones that would randomly cry and
Must
stuff.
be crying in the middle of class.
Yeah.
You know, be having to feed them and shit.
Yeah.
I don't think I did
And then when people's the battery was dying, it would start crying. It was like, crying. Like someone's battery dying. They were horrible. Like,
that. They didn't what?
no, when the battery was like some of the batteries would die randomly sometimes, and people's babies would be crying, and you could tell the battery died. It'd be like away, and they'd be like, where?
Oh my
You're like, what the
gosh.
hell is wrong with that? In the middle of
Oh,
class,
for
you're like,
sure.
what's wrong?
Okay, who's going next?
This is on me.
That
How much
was-
time we got? What percentage we on? Okay.
You lie.
Oh, those babies were funny.
I think I skipped that one.
Is flirting considered cheating? I'm guessing if you're with someone, can you flirt with someone else?
I mean, some people are just naturally flirty.
People flirt with their work husbands and wives all the time. I think it's like a culture with it or something. It's like a little thing.
As long as you're not sleeping with them or cheating, I think you should be.
Yeah.
I don't know. The way it is around these parts, I don't even know if you can have like a work husband or wife
You
these
can't
days.
because some people took it too far.
Yeah, HR and shit. They'd be like, oh no, it's sexual harassment.
Well, it depends on where you work at.
That is
And
true.
you know, depending on who your work husband or wife is, you know.
If they're attractive or not, pick an ugly one.
No, people be having bad days sometimes. Just completely switch up. Like,
That's where the cheating comes in.
oh fuck you, and then all of a sudden they're offended by it or something.
Are you speaking from personal experience or
Nah,
something?
cause I don't play like that. And I know that because I know how I am. I sort of accentuate shit anyways.
Uh-huh.
So I would take it to the next level, and then
You would?
somebody would read it wrong, and it would just go left from there.
You would take
So
it
I
to
wouldn't
the
do
next
that.
level?
I take it to the next level. Like if somebody's like let's say I had a work wife or something like that, right? I would I would be a little extra flirtatious, not like touchy feely,
Right.
but like the shit I would say or the way that I would do it or something like that. I'd smile a little harder. I'd be acting like I'm really throwing clues out there.
Oh wow, Robert, that's efficient.
I play the part.
Look 'em in-
And it's really just the theater background in me, because it's just in theater. That's just how we did stuff. We was always sitting on each other's laps and hugging all extra
Knowing how
flirtatious.
us females are, we're emotional creatures. You know, we get emotionally attached to you just by you just, oh, how was your day, or how you doing?
Who?
I'm just saying the female spirit. I don't know, like shit. Whoever's going through something, they ain't gotta be at home. You bring it to work, and then you got the work husband's like,
In my experience,
No, you're talking
females
about
have always
friends.
been more of the extra nice, and dudes always gotta be more careful about, is she being serious or is she just being polite? Like,
oh, fucking
but the thing is, if a dudes aren't gonna complain about it, so dudes don't really like. You ain't gonna see women like get in trouble for stuff like that.
But when a dude flirt, they flirting to see if she'll bite back.
Sometimes,
That's all science, sure.
sometimes.
Be like, see how far I can get it. If I'm
Again,
flirting.
some people are just have flirty personalities. They do it with everybody.
I'm actually pretty friendly.
Friendly or flirty?
Friendly.
Okay, we gonna leave that with.
You talking about your friend? I'm very flirty with her.
You probably just friendly, and it probably comes off as flirty, but you probably don't know. But yeah.
When I'm flirting with people, they know.
Now, what's funny is the people I am flirty with, I'm flirty with them for forever. Like, it never stops. Like your friend, I've been flirting with her since high school. That shit been like 12, 13 years now. And every time I see her, it's the same shit. That's why she don't put up with my shit. Cause
She know
it's the
him.
same time. It's the same thing every single
Exactly.
time. I see her be like, "Ooh, girl, what's up? Where you going? What's up, Miss Parker? Miss Parker." Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I
all
don't
that
think
thing.
flirting, if you're in a relationship or not in a relationship, I don't think it's
Her name is not Miss Parker because I know a lot of y'all went to Butler with me. I am not talking about Miss Antoinette. Do not. Don't be getting me in trouble with Miss Parker for real. Now. Okay.
But yeah, I don't think flirting is considered cheating. It's just, you just being friendly. Now, if you cross.
Now, if you the girl though, and you at home and he at work with his work wife, he gets to introduce you to his work wife as his work wife. Hey, this is the work wife, such and such.
No, why would you? No.
Why? It's not cheating.
You're not doing that.
Well, here's the thing.
It's not
There-
cheating.
I have seen people that have like work wives and they know their actual wives and the work wife and the actual wife are friends. So
Because
it's
that's
not-
how it's supposed to work.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to look out for the husband while I ain't there to do it.
She probably doing the husband, so I don't.
How she gonna do that? He go home after work. They all having brunch together during
That's
lunch.
where that cheating starts, when you flirting and stuff. You're doing too much at doctor's office, at call centers. Story time. So, not my story, but other people's story. No story time. It's gonna be real quick. Okay, so story time, real quick. Okay, so this dude was married to this chick or whatever, right? Dude was he was wherever job he was working at was screwing the girl or whatever. Husband came up there to his wife's job and was like, "Yeah, I just thought you should know. Your husband, my wife." I was like, "What? Like, why would he? He must have been feeling some type of way." But the wife, she didn't know. But whoever wife dude was screwing, husband came up there and told his wife, because everybody was married. I wonder if them two got together. That would have been nice. That's what she should have did. Since he was out there screwing on her, she should have just got with the old girl husband. They divorced, and then them two should have got together. Okay.
Is flirting considered cheating? Yes or no?
No.
No.
Agreed. Okay. It's been a great episode.
Cheers.
Cheers and we gotta
Happy
take our
Cinco
shot.
de Mayo, people!
Yes.
Cinco de Mayo.